The Oak Island team is excited to find the main flood tunnel booby trap system, which they have been trying to locate and shut off for over 2 centuries. They are excited to investigate the tunnel and its appearance, as it seems to be filled with rock. They are considering mounting a camera on the side of the bucket to see what's going on. The team is concerned about the stability of the tunnel, so they plan to lower a camera on the excavator arm to find out what's happening there. They are also looking at the video footage taken down 30 feet, which shows a lot of rock in between. The video suggests that the tunnel could have been filled with rock, but Paul Tranman believes it could have been a collapsed tumbler shaft. Rick Lagena and Martha Lagena discuss the double-walled structure that goes in there, which appears to be a tunnel. The boards on the right were thicker than those on the left, and the ones on the right were more substantial. Steve Gupton tagged a piece of wood that lines up, calculated by Craig, and looks more tunnel-like than shaft-like. The team is determined to find the U-shaped structure, which was put in place with a specific purpose. The U-shaped structure looks more tunnel-like than shaft-like, as it is difficult to picture being a searcher effort. The team is working on finding the 1769S, and they are excited to share their findings with the team in the war room. In summary, the Oak Island team is excited to find the main flood tunnel booby trap system and is planning to gather data to understand its significance. They are considering mounting a camera on the excavator arm to better understand the situation and the potential for further exploration. The team is working on a project to find the original money pit discovery at Smith's Cove, New York. They have found promising evidence of the main flood tunnel, but are facing a disappointing reality as representatives from Irving Equipment Limited are set to arrive and begin staging heavy equipment to remove the massive steel cofferdam. This operation will take several weeks and make working at Smith's Cove and the nearby uplands virtually impossible. The team is keenly interested in the dendro results on the question mark shaft, which could lead them anywhere. They have opened up a wooden Pandora's box with various timbers of different sizes and shapes, suggesting they might have hit a collapsed tunnel or linear feature of wood that got disturbed. They are planning to dig into the area and follow the fabled flood tunnel back to find another clue as to where the original money pit was. The presence of coconut fiber is interesting, as it is hair-like and clumped, and it was discovered by Dan McGinnis. However, their permits won't allow them to continue their search activities in the area for the rest of the year. In the meantime, the team is focused on pulling the sheet pile and preparing for the next excavation. They are also exploring the possibility of finding coconut fiber, which is not only the nearest indigenous coconut trees are more than 1,500 miles away from Oak Island, but also was discovered by Dan McGinnis. The team is working on a new discovery that could lead to the discovery of the main flood tunnel at Smith's Cove, which was constructed over 2 centuries ago to protect something believed to be of great value buried in the money pit. The material found by the team is believed to be coconut fiber, which could be a significant breakthrough in their quest for the treasure. The team has been searching for the money pit for over 2 centuries, and the discovery of coconut fiber is a potentially historic development. This finding confirms the old stories that they found tremendous amounts of coconut fiber when they were looking for the box drains, and it appeared to have been placed as a filter. Restalls noted that there were just gobs of it, and nobody else put a bunch of coconut fiber down while they were doing anything in Smith's Cove. The team is now close to finding what people were originally looking for, and they are confident that they are closing in on the key to the discovery. They are now able to bag a sample without touching it, and they are excited about the potential discovery of a massive structure. As the excavation of Shaft 5 near Smith's Cove continues, the team is gathered to hear a scientific report from geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner regarding the potential coconut fiber found there. This news represents a significant step towards finding the main flood tunnel and shutting off the booby trap that has thwarted efforts to excavate the money pit for more than 2 centuries. The team is working on a new discovery that could lead to the discovery of the main flood tunnel at Smith's Cove. In the episode, The Island, archaeologists Lurd Nan and Helen Shelvin welcome their colleague Miriam Amiro back to the island. Miriam's departure was sudden and unexpected, as she stepped in with a quiet, confident presence. Emma Culligan, who had a way of balancing the thrill-seeking attitude of the Liga brothers with real archaeological precision, was a key player in the team dynamics. Emma's presence brought order and clarity to the chaos, and her presence brought a sense of order. However, the transition was sudden and almost surgical, with Emma's silence creating noise. As her presence grew, something else shrank, and the organic, curious spirit that once filled the show seemed to slip through the cracks. People tried to piece together the whereabouts of the missing person, but no information was found. Emma kept a low profile, which only made her absence louder. Speculation ran wild about her departure, whether it was a competition tension or a change in values. Emma had mentioned a dream to pivot into forensics on the show, but information was scarce. Emma's digital footprint practically vanished after the show, and her careful silence felt chosen, as she didn't want the noise anymore. The absence of a clear goodbye on reality TV left many questions, and with Emma Culligan stepping in, the storyline wrote itself in people's minds. Episodes started to lean heavier on Emma's insights, and her scenes increased. The audience had no choice but to adjust, but adjusting doesn't mean forgetting, especially not in a fandom. The real kicker Emma was, maybe too good, hit her marks, stayed on message, and never rocked the boat. The show kept going, but it already felt different. Miriam was the mind and Emma became the face. She might be off the grid now, but the gap she left behind still felt. People kept talking not because they're obsessed, but because they noticed the change. When things started getting shaky, a chunk of pottery turned everything upside down. The producers wanted to shake things up the academic flavor, and the show leaned hard into treasure-hunting tech. The new lead, Emma Culligan, fit better with the vibe of underground radar and sonar, and the fan theories exploded. When you lose someone like Miriam and gain someone new at the exact same moment, the whole show pivots from dusty history to shiny new. The show Oak Island, once a hunt for answers, has shifted its focus from the past to the future, with Miriam leaving as the newcomer. The show's new face, Miriam, represents the chase, valuing the past and selling the future. The new format leaned heavily on high-tech visuals and dramatic pauses, making the audience feel like they were watching a live-action commercial for gear. The new lead, Miriam, was less of a museum figure and more of a metal detector. The show's DNA has changed, with the camera angles getting flashier, music louder, and artifacts being treated as pieces of a larger story. The new marketing pushed the tech angle, with promos focusing on action shots and dramatic cliffers. The show has become more about the gear, the hype, and the chase, rather than the island itself. Miriam's departure was not just a change in cast, but a silent statement about the people running the show. The show's new direction has caused a split in the fan base, with some fans petitioning for more archaeological content and others shrugging and embracing the new style. The story revolves around Miriam Amaro, a character on the TV show Oak Island, who slipped off the radar due to a polished, deliberate, and too clean approach to historical digs. This led to her temporary leave, which was viewed as a temporary move by producers. Emma, who was the right fit for the show, slid into a cast that was shifting quickly from slow exploration to flashy treasure hunt vibes. However, fans started questioning the screen, wondering why Emma was getting screen time that used to belong to someone else. Reality TV doesn't reward depth, but rather delivery. Emma's style was thought out, restrained, and accessible, while hers was thought out and upbeat. The silence around her grew louder with every episode, creating a new normal where a key player had been removed. Emma's exit was not dramatic, but rather a surgical, quiet final, with no hints or slip-ups. Emma's rise was built on an opening that didn't come naturally, and it was about what had to be cleared to make room for her. This was not just about screen time, but about control and shaping a show into what networks wanted it to be. If Emma's rise began with Miriam's silence, it could be censorship or silence.